So I'm here with Dr. Brian Earley, my stepdad, and I'm interviewing him for my people with the careers versus jobs portion of this assignment. So Brian, what made you choose being a doctor?
Um, well, I'm not sure that initially my reasons were the best. Like many people, I was young. I was thinking it would be nice to have a high-paying job and that sort of thing. I was motivated by an interest in science. And by my dad passing away from cancer at a fairly young age. Once I got into the profession, I certainly found that it was extremely rewarding to be taking care of people. And certainly enjoy the challenge of addressing the problems that people come to you with.
That's awesome. So have you had a lot of jobs in your life?
Well, my first job was a paper route when I was in 7th and 8th grade, and then after that, I worked mostly in restaurants for quite a few years, from about 15 to I don't know, 29 maybe, something like that, and did that through undergrad and a little bit during medical school.
What circumstances made you want to go into medical school?
Circumstances were that I was working in the restaurant industry, in independently owned restaurants, and I enjoyed the creativity of creating food and the challenges of running a place, and thought that I wanted to own my own restaurant at some point. But I saw my employers, these independent restaurant owners, going out of business often, and having to try and pick up the pieces of their lives and start over in their 50s. Not a very appealing prospect. And so when I had a couple of guys working for me, delivering pizza actually, who were on their way to medical school, and I became friends with them and enjoyed having discussions about their schooling and that sort of thing with them. I decided to make the change.
Sweet, awesome. So, what was some of your experiences like when you were in interviews and those kind of things? What for you? What worked and what failed?
For me, doing interviews were extremely stressful. Not a great personality for that sort of thing. I found that I needed to be prepared. I needed to have some sort of idea of things they were likely to ask me and how I was going to address those things. But still be able to be somewhat natural and free-flowing with the information.
Do you have any interview stories that you could tell me about?
Any interview stories? Probably, I don't know. I can't think of any that would be very, very interesting or anything like that. just standard sort of things. In some ways, something like this as to why you went into a career and then things like that.
What education, what training, and what skills did you have to become a doctor?
Well, I think I think you certainly have to be intelligent. You have to be dedicated and determined. Unfortunately, you don't have to be compassionate to make it to become a doctor, as unfortunately is found in some physicians. But that is a desired characteristic. To become a doctor requires 4 years of undergraduate education at a university, 4 years of medical school, and at least 3 years of residency training.
How did your love of science, play into your becoming a doctor?
It was certainly one of the early things that drew me to it. I was interested in how things worked in the body. Anywhere from dieting and weight loss to exercise, bodybuilding, things like that were early things that I was interested in finding out how they worked and motivated me in this direction.
For you being in the medical field, what's the best way to keep your job?
The best way to keep my job, let's see. Certainly, timeliness is important. Getting just as far as being to work on time, getting things done in a timely fashion, which is really critical in this career, because you can have things like lab results or X-ray results come back that if you don't check them in a timely fashion and review them in a timely fashion, it can result in significant harm to a patient. Another thing is just being thorough and comprehensive, and remembering to take good care of the patient.
Do you have any general advice, like for somebody wanting to become a doctor? If you have an idea early on that's something you would like to do, that's great. I would certainly focus on the sciences and on math classes, because those are big challenges that you're presented with when you're in your undergraduate education at university. And even if you don't know it early, it's never too late to pursue a career in medicine. I didn't get started until I was 27 in undergraduate school, and there's certainly people older than me. But it takes dedication. It takes a lot of studying. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.